Hey guys, I'm sorry for not uploading too often recently. Right now, I'm working on a big project, which I hope I can share with you in the close future. But the main topic for today's video is rushing. Rushing is a very risky play, which can be done by yourself or with an entire team as well. Rushing only by yourself usually ends up in three ways. Rather you die pretty soon in the round with no picks, rather you get a positive trade with your play, or you basically win the whole round by yourself. Rushing with the whole team is a different story, but I wanna focus on that later in this video. So without further ado, let's jump into the video. People often think the best way to rush is with Ash, since she's fast, has a great gun, and an explosive breaching utility, which explains itself. However, there are certain situations when there are better options than her. Sledge is one of them a lot of the times, alongside Amaru too. While Amaru is more self-explaining, you may ask how Sledge is good for rushing, especially because he's slow, which is true, but there is a reason why I pointed out the explosive breaching utility what Ash has. If you shoot an Ash charge, the enemy team can basically heal it from the other side of the map, and at least one or two is gonna react to it usually. And one of the biggest rules in rushing is to don't let the enemy react in time, which is why there are a lot of times when Ash is not the best option for it. If we are talking about breaching utilities, Sledge's hammer is the quietest out of all. And since Ash is loud, Amaru cannot breach walls, and there are a lot of situations when the best way to enter is not through a barricade. Sledge can be the best option a lot of the time. I'm gonna prep a cam towards... I'm gonna prep a cam into catwalk. Now, another golden rule if you are solo rushing is to have a cam which rather you or your teammate is watching while you enter, because there might be roamers where you wanna enter. Checking on my drone. Oh, yeah, that was a wise idea. We're just behind the motorcycle. Allow me bait for Ash. Corner. What? Oh, there we go. Double. No line of sight, big mistake. This rush from me was a successful one. I got a 2-for-1 trade, and my team was already in a man advantage. Matter of fact, one of them who I got was the roamer of the enemy team. Now, in this clip, I'm playing with Amaru. We are on canal and they are defending upstairs. The best area to rush in from in this map is upper bridge in my opinion. Now, here comes another important rule. Choose where you wanna enter from wisely. Usually where people enter for an upper bridge rush is basement, and because of that, usually there are roamers nearby that area. So there, the safest option what I can do is enter from radio window. Ash can be a good option for this rush because of her pace, but with Amaru, I can enter way faster because of her utility. So that's why I picked her. Oh my god, my aim is fucking horrible! Now this is the rarest, but also the best possible option how a solo rush can end up, when you basically win the whole round by yourself. Now, let's talk about rushing with a full team. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna show clips from that because that would leak our strategies, so there's gonna be normal clips while I'm explaining how it works. I hope you can understand this. Team rushes can also end up in three ways, just like solo rushing. 1. You guys get countered and lose the round pretty quickly. 2. There will be a trade going back and forth, and you will end up in a 2v2/2v1 scenario. Or 3. You guys will win the round pretty quickly. Most of the times with team rushes, the plan is to plant down the diffuser and clear the site very early in the round, but you need to know a few golden rules for that. You guys need to have a plan about what you wanna do step by step, and each player needs to know his certain role in the strategy. So as everyone needs to know what his other teammate's job is in the round. The only way you will win a team rush against a strong and coordinated team is if you are highly coordinated too, but it can still fail because of its risk. That's why even pro teams rarely do it. There is one thing that most of the teams mess up when they are doing a team rush. They are not doing any progress for a long time and not even making any ghost pressure. For example, the last time when we spot a rush against us in a scrim, we realized that a minute has gone, almost all inside cameras are up, and we don't hear and see them making any progress in the round, so be aware of that. Now, to close this video, let me tell you an example of a team rush. The map is Consulate and the site is second floor. The usual team rush here is to quickly plant the diffuser down into CO window, then protect it. Let's say there is a Solis in piano and they have a warden, smoke, and an operator with C4 inside. How can you counter this? First of all, pick the ideal operators for the attack plan. A Nomad, Glass, Thatcher, Gridlock, and someone who you can plant with is an amazing lineup for this. In the early phase of the round, get in position and put down the important utilities. A Nomad airjab to bottom yellow door, and Thatcher his 2 claymores to the 2 windows, which they can jump out from first floor to shoot the CO rappel. Then take piano aggressively, so they can deny from below, not even a Solis or a Pulse or any C4 operator. Even 2 airjabs to the 2 piano doors to make their life even harder, then stay down with Nomad to cover the hash drop too. After this, if everyone is in position, do a countdown. 3, 2, 1, let's go. And this is the moment when everyone starts doing his job. Glass smokes off, then covers CO, Gridlock puts her tracks down to cover both the plant audio and the walk-in, Thatcher throws his 3 EMPs to disable all the C4s, smoke canisters, and even the ward and glasses to cover the planter, and the 5th player who is planting next to the window. As I said, a rush like this can end up in 3 ways, but if you successfully planted the diffuser down, the round is not over yet. Let's say you plant it down and all 5 players survive. What you gonna do next? For example, have a guy covering the possible runout spots, have 2 guys watching the diffuser, have 1 guy throwing utility like grenades at the diffuser / them, and have a guy who is trying to surprise them from behind. Well, I hope I was able to help with this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like and hit the subscribe button. And see you guys in the next one.